Maupay udto, or as we universally say in English, good afternoon from the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. Welcome to the newest edition of your favorite lunchtime talk show. I am David and you're watching LunChat. Maupay udto to all of our trailblazers across the USTP system from Alobihid, Balubal, Cagayan de Oro, Claveria, Hasaan, Oroqueta, Panaon, and Villanueva. Join us as we discuss the exciting venture for our trailblazers, and at the same time, we get to know the newest addition to our growing USTP family in a more comprehensive episode only here on the 4th season of LunChat. This afternoon, we will be joined by a distinguished visiting professor from the Carlos III University of Madrid, Spain. He is also a professor in both the College of Engineering and Architecture and the College of Science and Mathematics at our university. Please help me welcome Professor Alen Horvat. Sir, good afternoon.
Hello everybody. Thank you for having me in the LunChat.
Yes, that's it. So how are you today, sir? In our university as well. How is it going so far?
If I would be any better, it would be illegal.
Yes. Alright, so Professor, could you please greet to our fellow trailblazers who are watching with us this afternoon?
Hello trailblazers. It's actually fun, cool name of the community. I never heard it, but I don't even know what it means, but it sounds cool. So, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me. And let's sink into some interesting topics, questions, and just let's have fun.
All right. So as we speak, sir, our talk show talks about LunChat. So we are going to ask you several questions at the same time. We're going to answer. So first, sir, Professor, we are excited to discuss your visit to the Philippines and our university as well. So how this collaboration came to fruition, and to start, can you tell us about yourself and why you were here?
Right. Yeah. That's not too difficult. So, professionally, I'm a traveler. By hobby, I'm a professor. But it happens that hobby pays and profession doesn't. So, what I'm doing here, right? Primarily, first, it's to learn about the world, to learn about the Filipinos, to learn about academic setup in this part of the world, and everything else is just the cherry on the cake. It's my first visit here, and I came here to learn because teachers, professors too, learn all of the time.
Wow, that's a good passion, I believe, sir. And we haven't got to heard, foreigners who are very much interested in learning and at the same time traveling here in the Philippines. And not just that, but in academic setup. Right, sir?
Well, that's right. The argument is that if you don't experience and live the world, you cannot understand it. So it's about that. It's about experiencing it, living it, and then you may have a chance to understand something. Otherwise, reading books, watching video clips, it's not experiential based learning, right? It's a theory based learning. But I'm asking you, David, can you learn how to ride a bicycle by reading a book?
It's quite actually impossible, sir.
It's impossible.
Yes.
Can you learn how to swim by reading a book?
No, sir.
No, right? So it's also about learning about the world, right?
Wow,
You have to experience it. Then you have a chance to kind of get it.
Indeed, experience is a great teacher, right, sir? And apart from that,
I would say it's the only teacher.
okay. The only teacher. Okay. So experience is the only teacher, right? Alright. So that's it, no, mga trailblazers. To all who are watching, experience is the only teacher, no? As per Sir Alen.
Well, right, let's don't talk about absolute terms, but the point is that we undervalue the experiential teaching and we overvalue the theoretical teaching.
Right.
Theory only has a sense, makes sense if it's backed up with the experience. Right? If you read about English grammar, it's okay. But if it's not backed up with the consistent practice, theory is useless.
Yes.
Right? So theory has a value, but not as much value as we think it has. The bigger value goes to the experiential learning.
Correct, sir. Actually, I can relate, sir, because I'm more into, experiencing things before I can learn. So more likely, I am into action. So that's the way of learning that I can. I mean, that's how I learn, through experience.
Right. Or let's say another question, right? You're here, some
Yes.
mechanical engineers. I know they are here, right? Can you design an airplane without testing it and practicing it and flying it?
Definitely right? No, sir.
Can you design an airplane in the book and say, "Oh, I have an airplane"? You can't.
Yes.
You have to make a test, and it's the same with yourself. You have to test yourself in the environment. And how you test yourself in the environment?
No.
How you test yourself in the environment?
Of course, immerse.
Exactly. You throw yourself into there. Let's then experience the test, the practice.
All right. Now diving deeper into some informations, Prof, can you explain the importance of internationalization and why it matters?
I like this question, David. Let's start first with the term university. University, right? Let's ask ourselves, okay, we have this fantastic institution, beautiful buildings, right? We feel comfortable, we feel safe, we learn, blah, blah, blah. But it's called university. Does it give you any idea, any similarity? Does it relate you to anything, David? University.
When I heard the name the term university, I always think about Harvard University. It kind of like resembles of elegance and then the eliteness of the term university. So that's it.
All right. What about you don't hear the word universe inside the university?
I feel like it's very small.
It is big, but the word university it's very similar to the word universe. Right? It's very similar. And what the universe is all that it is, right? That's all what we know. Well, we know that there is something out there. We have no clue what is it, but we know there is something and we call it universe. And then we gave the name to the highest education authority. We gave the name university, which supposed to teach or learn or investigates about all that it is, about the universe. So the universe, it has to be, or university has to be, all-inclusive institution. And that's why internationalization, right? So you don't separate people based on the political borders, but you include people on the as broader level as possible. And that's why university. And that's why internationalization. Few major global issues in the world, right? Or let me put it another way. So, all major issues that are happening in Philippines are not just Filipinian issues, but are global issues. Right? And we can name them. So, it's about climate change, climate stability, we all know that.
Yes.
Right? It's about internet and AI.
Right.
And it's about keeping world at peace. Right?
Yes.
Not going violent against each other.
Yes.
So all of these questions are global questions. Right? And you cannot address a global issue on a national level.
That's right.
You can only address global issue on a global level.
True.
Right?
Yes.
And for that, we need to collaborate.
Okay.
And that's why internationalization. Because the collaboration has to happen on the international level. Right?
Yes.
Very important. So it's not just from the pure science-based, it's also important for the practical life of the this generation and the future generation. Right? We have an environmental issue, we have internet things that are going no one knows where, and we have security issues, right? So another very, very practical, very tangible reasons why we need to go international and why we have to collaborate.
It's actually quite relevant to us right now because the university is seeking for internationalization, and that's our part of our vision and mission in this university. But now, going back to the main topic this afternoon, Prof, I'm sure many of our trailblazers who are watching right now are curious about internationalization and its benefits. So since you've already input those the learnings that you have, and then as well your perspective on internationalization, what are the benefits that USTP can have in terms of internationalization?
It's a broad question.
Yes.
Thank you for the broad question, David. We learn from each other. You can't learn staying in your cave. Right?
Yes.
Agree with that?
Right.
Okay. So if you want to learn anything which is outside of your cave, or either you have to leave the cave or you have to let somebody in to tell you a story from the outer world.
Okay.
So this is one important reason, right? Because we learn from each other. Right?
Yes.
I'm here to learn about Philippines, Filipinos, lechones, beaches, right? Karaokes, right? I'm learning about these things. So that's why it's important. That's why it's important to internationalize things. The same with the departments, with the universities. What the USTP will learn, it will learn that there are out there people that are a bit peculiar.
Yes.
Right? And they do things differently. Right? They travel, they do research around, they don't have property.
Yes.
Right? They don't care about dressing fancy things, you know. They are experience-driven, learning-driven. So yeah, so basically what the USTP has got from my visit certainly has got something that they are not used to. Right? And that's the value.
Yes.
Because the students and staff gets exposed to something different. Right? And although at the beginning I'm aware that people may look with suspicion, right? And they may even look with fear, right? But at the end of the day, they will see, no, it's all right.
Yes.
Right? It's all right. It's different, but actually it's okay. It's safe, it's peaceful, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's provocative.
Yes. So that's the beauty of learning new things. Actually, Prof, whenever I travel to new places, I get this feeling of, mesmerizing, at the same time expanding my knowledge, and at the same time my experiences through those places. And that's something that student is, yearning to have. And by having you in our university is something that could help them, expand their horizons, their learnings, and of course, learning new things from your culture to them as well. And then exchange it vice versa, where you can also learn from us, as you've said, the beaches, the karaoke, and the lechons. Alright, so, by the way, sir, before I forgot, is it your first time here in the Philippines?
First time, yes.
Wow. So basically, what are the experiences so far here in Cagayan de Oro and Mindanao in the Philippines?
Before we go into that cultural side, right? I want to go back to that first question.
Yes, for sure.
What the USTP would benefit from internationalization is that internationalization makes the existence of USTP relevant on the global scale.
Yes.
Right? If the university doesn't do that, it's left behind and it's irrelevant on the global academic setup.
Yes.
And another thing what USTP benefits from internationalization is that is putting a new knowledge into the global pool of knowledge, right? So in order to put a new knowledge into the global pool of knowledge and understanding what is it about here around us, right? What's going on? You have to internationalize yourself, right? That not only means hosting people, but also going out, going to the conferences, sending your staff to be educated outside, but you also bring the stuff in and educate them here, right?
Yes.
It's very important. So if we talk about producing new doctors, new PhDs, you don't need to focus on Filipinos. Send them out. Send them to the world. They should learn about the world. But bring others in, right? Bring foreigners in and offer them PhD programs, right? And don't expect that they will stay. Send them out. Send them all out and bring new people in. That's how you contribute to the pool of knowledge, global pool of knowledge, right? And that's why internationalization.
One way also in innovating learning, right, sir? Innovation is very much important, and of course, it's a key. It's a key importance here in the university and how it will develop, as well how it will enhance, the community, the trailblazer community. So again, this is very much relevant. So the inputs that you have given to us is very much relevant to us, especially our vision is to internationalize the USTP to the global stage, right, sir?
Correct.
Yes. So that's really enlightening, Prof. At least now we get to really appreciate the significance of international collaboration and exchange knowledge and how it will be really beneficial, not just to the university, but more so for the students. So looking ahead, Prof, what are your message to our Trailblazer community who aspire to strive in international collaborations and exchange of knowledge?
That was certainly the best decision. I would put it in number one. In my case. And I think for many people that could be the best decision too. Right? Now, I understand it does not apply to everyone because people aspire to different things in life.
Yes, yes.
It's all okay. But if there is a seed inside of you, of going out there, putting yourself out there, absolutely do it. Absolutely go for it. And expect it to be hard. Expect it to be hard. It's way easier, way easier staying in your village than putting yourself out there into the world. Go out there, experience it, suffer it, get rejected, cry it, make a friends, make a boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever friends you want. It's a rewarding and fulfilling experience. Yeah. It does give you something else in life than just staying in your own village.
Right.
And if you have a chance to go to the moon, go to the moon.
And if you have the chance to go to the moon, you go to the moon. Alright, Prof, I know that USTP community is very thrilled to have you on our university, and of course introduce to us the opportunities to learn for an international perspective. So our students should really take advantage of this opportunity and strive to learn a lot. Thank you so much, Prof. And to all our trailblazers who joining us this afternoon, we would also like to extend our deepest gratitude to the Internationalization Affairs Office for making this possible. Thank you so much, Prof.
Salamat, David.
It's so good to talk with you.
Salamat USTP. Sige, wala problema. Aking kaibigan. Kaunata. Something about the food, isn't it? Anyway, it's a pleasure to be here and talk to you at the next occasion. Stay safe.
As impact, it captures our interest, especially nga dagan pa di ay mi dapat ma-learn.
So one of the lecture series ni Professor Horvat, no, maghatag sila insights and also experiences kung kumusta ang